Praise the Lord, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. Welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Glory, Alan Duncan Sr. Grateful and thankful for this day and this opportunity that God has afforded us to gather together in this virtual space and place to start our day off in the power and in the presence of the Lord. This is indeed the day that the Lord has made. Come on, y'all. Let's rejoice. Let's rejoice. Let us be glad in it. Let us be glad about it. All that God is doing in our lives and has done. We are grateful. We are thankful for. We are grateful for all that God has done. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is a natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. That's why we shout good morning, because morning is indeed a good thing. And I want to thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us, for investing in your own grief journey and taking this time to bring awareness and education as it relates to grief, to be better as you navigate through your journey. Y'all know how we do every single Monday. We start a new series as it relates to our grief. And today I'm super excited about this one, y'all. We just finished Both Can Be True. Understanding that two things can be true at the same time, holding space for both things. Today, this week is going to be sweet. Today we're going to talk about handle with care. When something is fragile, we put handle with care on the box. Grief can leave parts of us tender. We need to learn to handle ourselves with the same grace and compassion God gives us. Handle with care. It's going to be so good. Y'all ready? Let's jump into it. Today is day 236. I'm so glad you're in the mix. Handle with care. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Let's talk about it, y'all. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him, for he knows how we are formed. He remembers that we are indeed dust. When something is fragile, guess what? We handle it differently. We don't throw it around. We don't place unnecessary weight on it. We don't treat it carelessly. What do? We mark the box. Handle with care. When something is fragile, we are mindful about how we treat it. When something is fragile, we are mindful about how we handle it. When something is fragile, we are a baby. Let it be a fresh newborn baby and somebody trying to hold it. Yeah, get the head. Now hold the head up. Now don't let the head fall. Okay, now we are mindful, right? about how we handle it, about how we treat it. Understand, grief can leave your heart feeling fragile. Things that normally wouldn't bother you suddenly feel overwhelming. You get tired more quickly. Your emotions change without warning. You forget things, especially that forget thing. How many of y'all the forget things, right? Because you just all over the place. Forget things. You don't have the patience or the energy you once had. And sometimes, instead of giving ourselves grace, we become our own harshest critic. Instead of you giving yourself grace, you become super critical of yourself because of these things that are taking place. Again, I know I used this illustration before. I got to tell you again, like grief is the invisible wound. For people with visible wounds, right? We got compassion. There are people that will pull up in a handicap space to get out and you can see their physical handicap, right? You got compassion. But there have been times when people pull up in a handicap space and they get out and they walk, and people got something to say. Like, you look fine to me, you walking fine to me, don't look like nothing. I had one of my Facebook friends gave this illustration, pulled up, and you look fine to me. And so he lifted up his shirt so they could see the scar where he had open heart surgery, right? And almost died, but they had this surgery and the complications, things that followed afterwards, right? He lifted up his shirt so they could see the scar. He said, is this wound enough for you? Like, now, is this cool? Like, they shut their mouth because just because they didn't see the wound didn't mean the wound was not there, right? The same thing. The same thing. And well, let me say this: if somebody's foot is in the cast or arm is in the cast, we give that person grace, right? Even in schools, but break your leg or something, they give you grace. They give you a pass. You get to pick the friend who can come get you out of class and take you to your next class early. They give you grace, right? They give you nobody criticizes you, right? When they can see the wound, when it's in the cast, when they can see you're hurting, nobody criticizes you. When you're doing that, man, grief is the invisible one. You got to give same way you get them grace. Same way you are gentle, compassionate towards their plight and what they're going through. You got to be gentle with yourself. Instead of giving ourselves grace, we become our own worst critic. We say stuff like, what's wrong with me? I should be doing better than this. Why am I still struggling? I need to get myself together. But notice, y'all, notice how God responds to our weakness. Psalm 103 says, He has compassion on us. You being so hard on yourself, enduring the worst thing that you've ever had to endure in your life. No, look how God responds in Psalm 103. Y'all go read it in its entirety when you get a chance. He responds with what? Compassion. Because he remembers what we're made of. God understands your limitations better than you do. Ain't that something? He understands your limitations better than you. He knows your heart is hurting. He knows grief is exhausting. He knows some days require more from you than others. And if God responds to your weakness with compassion, why would you respond to yourself with condemnation? If he responds to what you're going through with compassion, why on earth would you respond with condemnation? Be gentle with yourself. You don't have to heal on anyone else's schedule. You don't have to apologize for needing rest. You don't have to feel guilty because today is harder than yesterday, and you don't have to demand from yourself what you simply don't have to give right now. You got to learn how to handle yourself with care. Going through what you went through, you got to learn how to handle yourself with care. Be gentle with yourself. It ain't making excuses. It's acknowledging that healing requires care. Again, y'all, the best analogy I can give you is visible wounds versus invisible wounds. When you got visible wounds, you gentle. You understand. Grief is that invisible wound. You got it. Other people may not see it, but you know it. This is why you got to handle yourself with care. Acknowledging that healing requires care. You wouldn't yell at a broken bone for not healing faster. You wouldn't criticize a wound because it's still tender. So don't do that to your heart either. Do not do that to yourself. Grief has already been hard on you. Don't be hard on yourself too. Your heart has been through something and you got to handle it with care. Here's your point of application, beloved. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself today. When you catch yourself being critical, replace it with the same compassion you would offer someone else who was grieving. Remind yourself, I'm healing and I deserve to be handled with care. Today, my brothers and sisters, is day 236. I'm so glad you in the mix. Handle with care. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Questions, comments. I appreciate y'all joining us on today. Be gentle with yourself. Handle yourself with care. Handle yourself with care. Quit being critical, so critical. Be more compassionate. Quit being so critical. Be more compassionate as you navigate through this thing called grief. Come on. I hope you take it. I hope you zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. Natasha, do they still got you in jail and you can't comment? Oh, you commented one thing. They hating on it. They hating on you. Free you till it's backwards. Ain't that what the youngest be saying? Free you till it's backwards. Oh, man. I hope and pray y'all have a marvelous Monday. Make sure you be gentle with yourself, handle yourself with care. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place for another Good Morning Grief Devotion. Good morning.